Hello everyone, welcome back to Limbo! Limbo, not that kind of limbo. That's hard pressed to understand why I'm that enthusiastic about a game that simultaneously we want to weep and cry for humanity. Those may be the same thing, but for the purposes of this opening, they will be different, because they are different words. Welcome back to Limbo. So, last time we sort of escaped the spider's lair. I admit we kind of start a bit back before I thought we were. Well, look at the person that apparently was there as well. But we'll start back here. It's not a biggie. Well, we're being chased by, again, the arthropod, which is not a spider, except the fact that it is a spider. The problem with Limbo in many regards, there isn't really a problem as it were, but I think the arthropod is one of the few identifiable villains that I see within the... I mean, most of the time, everyone else in the game, as you'll come to learn, hates you, but in a lot of regards, the arthropod's the one major villain that's out seemingly to kill you. Well, there's a smaller one, but we'll talk about that as we go. So over here we thought we found someone to talk with. I mean, clearly they're sitting there. But then their head leans forward. Oh shh! It's hanging! They're dead! Oh god! Yeah, that was a trick. Get used to tricks in Limbo. I mean, chances are you'll be seeing them every 10-15 minutes. That's why I just get used to the fact they're pretty much everywhere, I'll be honest with you. There's a little bit of lag in the recording, I apologise, but unfortunately I recorded when the laptop was unplugged. Usually the quality's a little better if I record it with it plugged in, but apart from that, it's not great lag. So don't worry, it's only a tinsy tiny bit. Now let's cross some treetops! Yeah! I'm probably a bit too enthusiastic for this. I mean, I love the environments of this. I feel like I'm truly going on an adventure, going from, being chased by a nutty spider rip-off to, climbing treetops and watching out for stuff like that. Not how the spikes somehow stick out the bottom. You'd say twigs, but I'm guessing they're very sharp twigs when they're falling. And this bit I used to get stuck on 90% of the time. And unfortunately, once again, it took me a while to figure out how to do it properly. I was watching, after I passed the section, after many times I watched other people play the game, and I pretty much was probably the most embarrassing at playing the game. I make things harder for myself than I need to be. Oh, by the way, I came up to this originally thought, a robot arthropod? Am I in a sci-fi now? Well, I've never found a way that this can kill you. That's just me, but I've never been killed by this. If I get knocked over, I come right back up. I haven't stood beneath it, so I'm guessing that's just a stupid way of killing yourself. But I was still impressed that whoever that person was, a real living person with limbs, invented sort of a clockwork, well, not clockwork, a sort of animatronic spider thing to guard their place, guard their shit. And in this part of the game we transition from the bare opening against the spider to the first evidence that there are other people, Limbonians, whatever you want to call them, living around here. As not only will that dude, lady, I can't tell, gender's not really evident, but we're basically seeing the first evidence that maybe our Limbo boy, I'm not going to call him Limbo boy, our boy here is not alone, which is fascinating considering, is everyone else here because they weren't baptized? I don't know why. It's like the Binding of Isaac. The religious symbolia is just confusing me to no end. And it's actually easier to figure out in the Binding of Isaac than Limbo. But yeah, first humans trying to kill us. It's always good to get off with good relations with other human beings. Or yeah, I'm going to use the term Limbonians. I like hung. Not like that, but still pretty terrible. This bit also gave me a lot of confusion the first time I did it, as these people do a runner. I guess it's just a little shanty town where people hung. I do not know why they want to kill people. Oh, I'm dead. Again, if someone could tell me why the humans are really hostile to someone of their own, is it because of the eyes? Oh my god, he has eyes. I mean, this is terrible. Someone else. That's just frightening. It's like, you know, jewels for eyes. What are we gonna do? I think I figure it out now, but yeah, there we go. I figured that out now. I wish I was gonna jump over there right into the well, the bear trap, or I guess in this case, Limbonian trap. Yes, I'm making Limbonian alive. I try and reach that rope. I just, you know, frustrated jumps. Give it frustrated jumps. Frustration. So we just move on. I guess this is where they live. I was originally going to try and move the bear traps too, but again, it's very morbid, them killing their own people. I mean, why? Why kill your own people? You're living in an environment of sheer terror. Don't kill people who are like you. Invite them. Oh, you're back. Ew. By the way, I played this before, as I said, most of, I think probably 70–80% of the game. I was worried I was going to drown then. I don't know what happens. Did that guy just turn up within a minute? The amphipod. Smash up the entirety of their village in the space of 2.5 seconds, and then came after me, because where did he get that boy that he just stabbed? Did he climb down from over the buildings? I will be here for about 2 or 3 minutes. Get comfortable. This is a long. Oh, straight through the head. Like sliding kebab onto a, you know, a toothpick or something. I mean, I could say it's very clean, but you know, that's still horrifying. Horrifying and strange. Regardless of any of the amphipod's evil dealings, this bit took me a while to figure out because I jump too early. That's basically the whole gist of why I'm going to die a few times. I jump too early. I know it's not impressive, but you know, I jump there, and a few inches make all the difference as I die. Brutally. I mean, literally, it's very brutal, this game. If you fail, snap, right, just, death. Which I guess is why it works so well. You feel bad for the kid because he just dies like, you know, a matchstick caught in a hurricane. I mean, it's not pretty to watch, but, you know, it's your own failings that lead to it. So, yeah, that's a great advertisement for the game, isn't it? Go play Limbo. If you screw up, it's your own fault. Well, I wouldn't know many games unless they were badly programmed, in which case, if you screwed up, it wouldn't be your fault. By the way, if I miss that jump once, I'm going back purely to die, really. There's no way you can get back on the log in time and jump again, for me, at the very least. If you're more skilled than me, then chances are you're normal. But as well as that, it might just be that, you know, you've got one shot. You got one shot, kid. I mean, jeez. Definitely, I think I get it this time. I go to the very edge, test the jump early. Ooh, sorry, a bit tired. I went into uni today too early, and well, no, too late. I wasn't able to do the work I needed to. By the way, I was actually in the process of, when that amphipod made it over, going, yes, yes, take that, you son of a bitch. Because I really get into this game. Oh, by the way, I thought he was dead. Never think he is dead when you go back down there. I've never gone back down there without moving the boulder first, but I hate to think what happens when, yes, he comes back, and then, boom, boom, shake, shake the room, as a poet might once have said. At this point, you know, once the amphipod goes down like a boss, you know, I just make my way forward. Well, across this rather, you know, quiet, scenic environment, and you know, when you take him down, because the way, you know, when you first play the game, if you die quite a lot, I have a guess that when you encounter him, he causes the majority of the deaths you might experience early on, you know. Or she could be a female spider, that would just make me feel even worse. I'm not sure why killing a female spider would be worse than killing a male spider, because black widows, I think, are more brutal than male black widows, as they eat them, but I just do. You know, it's just something. I walked over here and yeah, a little bit of slide down, then boom, just you hear a crash. Those kids do a runner. I'm not sure how old they are. Always been. and he comes back. This is the thing that will not die, and then you have to do something horrible to be rid of him. Prepare yourself, because this is the ultimate form of, I guess you could say, payback. You as the kid have to tug its arm off and make it bleed to death. But it's not over for the arthropod. Well, I guess now it's just a pod. Oh, burn! Ah! Oh, my life! Whoa! That's terrible. The arthropod's theme, by the way, ends in a rather brutal fashion. I can see on the timeline when it's going to end because of the music. But you push it over here and goodbye. Oh, God. Some people that might be horrible. For some people, it's strangely and horribly satisfying. But that's the end of that. I haven't met the. Spoiler alert. I haven't met another arthropod yet. So I don't know if that's the last one. But to my knowledge, he be dead, yo. My attempt at being streak. Coming up here, once again going fast, as you'll notice as you go on, especially in this section I find, the morbid array of dead humans that, it's just, or Limbonians. Yes, Limbonians. If I titled my parts, this would probably be called Rise and Fall of the Limbonians, because, they just, most of them seem to either die, run away, or be dead within moments of turning up. So, yeah. Nothing too special going on at the moment, we're just, progressing. Luckily I remember enough of the early puzzles to progress, so yeah. As for how I feel the game is in terms of environments, a pleasant variation of environments. Like now we're going into a cave, where we started off in the forest basically, and then into a sort of small village-like civilization. Now we're going into a sort of watery cave with more bodies! Oh yeah, and I died now. I think I died now? By doing that! I was unsure how to trigger the event, I know it turns out, so I just thought, yeah, let's do this! Which was probably the stupidest thing I've done in a while. You have to leap on top of another person's dead body as the music booms in. What's that guy doing, or girl, probably guy, with something glowing in his head, making him walk into the water and die? Well, as headgear goes, that's probably not the most pleasant. Now, if you don't go up here with the body, you'll notice that there's another Limbonian. There's a cross from a gap where there's a giant machine that if you step on the rope beneath it, it will crush you. I only mention this because if you push this body up the hill in this totally non-morbid, okay fashion, he isn't there. Or she. I'm not sure about it. Again. So yeah, you have to push a body down here, set off the trap, then leave home. Because using dead bodies to progress is exactly how we do it. And more of these weird glowing things. What they are, I have no clue. Worms? Evil glowy worms? Like the opposite of that glowworm in James and Giant Peach. You know the one I'm talking about. This section is all about trial and error. Now, I mixed it up. I thought that the section that wasn't the pressed up button was the part that you step on, and clearly I was punished in my hubris. So I basically, you have to remember, this part, it's a swap round. You don't want to step on the opposing section, and you'll make it through. Oh, by the way, watch out for these sort of weird kids, like, lost boys, like troops over here. You have to basically, oh, that kid's dead. You have to lure them to their death, which, as you know, once again proves Limbo is in no way a morbid exercise into murdering people who are basically just as confused as you are. Dead! Oh, what now? You're dead! And I feel no remorse for having led people to their death. That said, I'm not sure what that body's doing. I think it's caught in wire or net. I'm not sure. We basically end the part now. I'm going to see you in part 3 when we progress onward, and we're going to have to figure out some more puzzles. So I will see you then, and have fun everyone. Bye!